G'day mates. Welcome to all you Gridiron fans who stay up at all hours of the night to catch the action. Before we get stuck into this massive news that's going to shake up the whole sport, make sure you smash that like button, leave a comment about where you're watching from, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any NFL updates. Your support is what keeps this game growing down under. The commissioner, Roger Goodell, has finally made it official. What used to be just locker room talk is now the biggest thing on the 2026 calendar. The NFL is officially heading to Australia. This isn't just another away game. It's a full-on invasion of the gridiron. The Melbourne Cricket Ground, a fair dinkum temple of world sport, will host a clash that's set to push the limits of travel and business for the league. Picking Australia wasn't just a fluke. This country has been sending absolute weapons to the NFL for years, especially in the punting department, and now the big show is coming back to them. To understand how huge this is, we've got to look back. The NFL started its international push in the 80s, but everything changed in 2007 when Wembley hosted the Giants and Dolphins. Since then, London's become like a second home, Mexico's shown its passion, Germany's gone mental for it, and more recently, Sao Paulo in Brazil was a ripper in 2024. Australia is the logical next step. With a fan base that watches Game Pass religiously despite the shocking time zones, the NFL is rewarding the loyalty of a nation that learned to love the pigskin right alongside footy and cricket. You can't talk about the NFL in Australia without mentioning blokes like Jordan Mailata, the Eagles mountain of a man who went from rugby league to being one of the best left tackles in the business, or Mitch Wishnowsky from the 49ers. Australia has mastered the art of the kick. The Aussie style of punting, with that weird bounce and control from AFL, has changed special teams forever. Having a real game in Melbourne is a massive nod to these athletes who crossed the ditch to make it in the States. It proves the talent pipeline is working both ways. Now, this is a logistics nightmare for the coaches. A 14 to 16-hour flight across the Pacific needs some serious science. The teams involved, likely the LA Rams since they've got the marketing rights here, will need a sleep and tucker plan that starts weeks out. Unlike London, where the time difference isn't too bad, Australia is nearly a day ahead. The tactical hit is real. How do you keep elite performance levels after crossing the international date line? We'll likely see teams getting here 10 days early to get used to the conditions, which is unheard of in the usual NFL grind. The MCG is oval and bloody massive. Squeezing a 120-yard rectangular pitch into a cricket oval needs a lot of work on the turf and the sight lines. Tactically, Melbourne's weather, 4 seasons in one day, as they say, could play a massive part. Teams that love the long ball might struggle with the tricky winds at the G. On the flip side, the run game and pass protection will be everything. It's estimated the Melbourne economy will get a boost of over 100 million Aussie dollars. It's going to be huge for tourism, with fans coming from Sydney, Brisbane, and even NZ. The NFL is more than just a game. It's a massive show. The halftime show and the fan experiences will take over the city. With Australia on the map, the big question in New York is whether the NFL is building towards a permanent international division. With games in Europe, South America, and now Oceania, they're testing the waters for something huge. While a full-time team announced seems a bit far-fetched right now because of the travel, these yearly games are the final test for the league's global takeover. The Aussie crowd isn't just loud, they know their footy, and the atmosphere at the MCG is going to be something those American players will never forget. It's the NFL proving that the world is just one big field for the oval ball.